Yeah.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, from Williams Arena, the University of Minnesota, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Jason Bryant here with you along with Jim Gibbons. It is the finals of the 2013 NWCA Cliff Key National Duels. It's Matt Mayhem. We're getting underway at 125 pounds. Out there wrestling for Oklahoma State's true freshman Eddie Clamara taking on David Thorne from the University of Minnesota. Jim?
Good matchup here, and Oklahoma State probably needs this. Needs to do pretty well in one of the three matches. Nice job with the little Kelly Fireman's action right there. And David Thorne was able to go ahead and ward that off pretty well.
And last time these two teams met was back on December 2nd. That match was won by Oklahoma State 22-15 right next door at the Sports Pavilion. But at 125, we didn't see either Clamara or Thorne here. We saw Corey Hodowanek and Tyler Dorrell. And since then, John Smith has pulled Eddie Clamara out of red shirt and thrust him into the starting lineup. He's had a rough go of it this weekend, but exactly, he's been wrestling tough with guys like Jesse Delgado.
Well, yeah, he's had some tough draws here. David Thorne the same. You know, he had a nice, tough match against Matt McDonough in Minnesota's win over the Iowa Hawkeyes, but you know, there were several scramble situations there that Thorne almost got the takedown, and Matt McDonough, the two-time national champion, was able to do this. So both these guys are wrestling a little bit better than what their win-loss experience is. Now Thorne's in on a deep single leg. All right, whizzer action there by grabbing his own leg is Clamara, but Thorne able to come up, but he didn't quite get his legs back. He's got a position where he can throw back. Clamara's doing a great job of squaring up, keeping that right hand in place around the hips. It's nice action right there. Now it's a whip over. God, that was set up beautifully. Got a little excited on that whip over situation because it's perfectly set up. It's a great time to go to that. Had the knee up. Maybe have an opportunity to hit that again. Probably looking for a head whip. 1 minute, 10 seconds. There it is. You know, what I got excited about there, when you have that leg up on the underhook side, that's just easy pickings right there. And Clamara didn't quite have the body awareness. A pretty good basic old school whip over there. Having a leg up on the side of the underhook is bad medicine, and Thorne's able to get a takedown, jump out to a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, 2-1 lead, 43 seconds remaining here in period number 1. David Thorne coming in just 9-7. National qualifier 2 years ago at 133 pounds. Has made the slow descent down to 125. Doesn't wrestle every single duel for the Gophers. Got to worry about that weight management, so to speak. And with a longer weigh-in here, Jim, he's got to be feeling a lot fresher than he would with a traditional 1 hour weigh-in.
Yeah, and you can see that he's a very good athlete. He's using his size right now, and Clamara is able to hook that leg. And looked to me like he was able to get weight on it. But now you see why John Smith brought this young man out of red shirt. He's able to go ahead and pull a rabbit out of the hat right there with that technique. Thorne very close. I mean, he's just been so close and not able to go ahead and get the finishing touches on a takedown again, but his aggressiveness has been pretty impressive here in the first period.
And with 1 tick left on the clock here in the first period, we're going to come back to the center. Your official Mike Haggerty, assisted by Kenny Ritchie. Now we're going to have 1 tick, and there we go. We will go to the second with David Thorne of Minnesota holding a 2-1 lead over Eddie Clamara of Oklahoma State. Again, we mentioned Thorne just 9-7 on the year, but all of his losses have come to nationally ranked foes. He's been in every match. I mean, he started off the year by pinning a returning All-American, Steve Bonanno from Hofstra, and people were thinking, all right, Thorne's going to be in that mix for a national championship discussion. But even though he's got 7 losses, he's definitely in the fight for a seed there in the 12-13 ranking range.
Well, 2 of those are to the returning national champion. He's obviously had, you know, the Delgado Big Ten's really quality conference as far as his 25-pound weight class. Thorne looking to break into the top 3, and that's really saying something because the top 3 might be the top 3 best guys in the country in this conference.
Eddie Clamara, well-versed in freestyle, was a USA Wrestling Junior National Freestyle Champion going into his senior year of high school. A tough, rugged system in Illinois, not just with their high school wrestling, but with their freestyle and Greco programs as well.
Nice job by Thorne, taking advantage of that small piece of real estate on the edge of the mat, was able to get the escape, only give up 41 seconds of riding time.
Yeah, well, fresh start. 1:03 to go, second period. Thorne of Minnesota in the maroon and gold, holding a 3-1 advantage over Eddie Clamara in the traditional cowboy orange. Cowboys mixed up their singlets a little bit this year, but still sticking with that orange.
Yeah, nice single leg attempt there by Clamara. You know, Thorne drops back in on the single leg on Clamara on the scramble through. Now he's able to get a little bit of leg elevation there. He's got to limp that left arm out. He was able to do that. Now attack the far ankle. He's got weight on the hands. The referee gives the points.
Oh,
now he
chin whip.
Walks right into a neck wrench. All right, now he's driving back himself with a bottom leg turf. Good action there, I tell you what. These 25-pounders, these David Thorne matches, been pure excitement there. He doesn't leave anything in the, no bullets left on the belt. There's no guns left in the holster. If he's got a technique, he's going to throw it out there.
Trying to throw every cowboy type of reference we got at him there.
There you go.
6 shooters. And now one thing about that last sequence too, Mike Haggerty, the official, let it go. He didn't award the points too early. He didn't get, he didn't go right when the neck wrench, the chin whip situation occurred. He didn't just throw the 2 up. He let the situation play out, and Thorne maintained control.
Yeah, he did.
Well, 5-1. 5-1 the count. Short time, 7 seconds remaining here in period number 2. David Thorne holding a 5-1 advantage. Clamara trying to mule kick out in short time and didn't give up the escape there. Good job by Thorne. That's one thing, it drives coaches nuts. It's when you give up that takedown or give up that escape with under 5 seconds to go.
Well, Jason, you work on those. I mean, this time of the year, those type of 15-second goes, 10-second goes, situation goes, starts and stops. You know, a lot of times being able to break a good guy is just being able to finish the top position and finish the period in the top position every time. You're going to come out ahead in most matches.
Clamara will start the 3rd period in the down position. Riding time not a factor with a 5-1 lead for Thorne. Clamara up to his feet, trying to peel the wrist.
I think this is the type of good test for Thorne. Clamara's going to come at him pretty hard here with probably a single leg shot to the leg that doesn't have the knee pad, and this is a good opportunity for Thorne to kind of jump out there and take the advantage here while Clamara gets his thoughts together of how he's going to attack. And sometimes you just go out there and beat him to the punch. Right now it's the best time to go ahead and do that, and then all of a sudden you're in bonus point land.
Eddie Clamara had Jesse Delgado beat for 6 minutes and 30 seconds of their match, but matches are 7 minutes. Now we see Thorne on the attack again, got a cradle locked up on the edge, or momentarily had it, going to stick with the leg. Diving through is Clamara, and they go out of bounds. Oh, this crowd in Williams doesn't like that, do they, Jim?
Well, it's not the correct call. That's why there's still a foot that was still in bounds, and the referee had a pretty good angle at that, but he bailed the cowboy out in that situation. Again, that's what we talked about before. A quick takedown there for Thorne makes it a 7-2 match, and now all of a sudden you're thinking about bonus points, and really that's what it's all about here, is trying to get the team to advance. And you can see a little bit different wrestling. Here, Clamara, a nice front headlock. See what he's able to do with it. In this dual meet format, Jason, you see a lot of guys just go for it a little bit more, a little more intensity, wrestling for the team, particularly when you got a comfortable lead. And 3 points is not necessarily comfortable, but I've been really impressed with the pace that David Thorne is wrestling at this time in the season. Again, pace is more important than score in my book this time of the season, and his pace has been really solid all the way through this match. He's been alert.
Yeah, 15 seconds to go. Still a 5-2 lead for Thorne here in the 3rd. Clamara going to be reaching on some shots. Thorne going to circle away back to the center. Heavy on the head is Clamara. Heavy snap. 4 seconds. And that'll be it. David Thorne will give Minnesota a 3-0 lead, giving the Williams Arena crowd something to cheer about. 3-0 Minnesota with that 5-2 victory at 125 by David Thorne.